been the breakout player of the 2022 NBA draft cycle to this point?
Well, the first one we just talked about for about 5 minutes, and it's Ivey because he averaged 11 points per game last year.
Yeah, but we expected that, though.
I didn't.
You know what I mean?
I thought he was a first-round guy, and now I just said, could he be the number one pick in the draft? If we record this a year ago, and you told me I said this, you'd say I'm crazy. My second is Oshagbaji from Kansas. It's similar because he was definitely outside of the first-round conversation during the last cycle, and now a guy that's averaging 20 points per game, shooting 50% from the field, 44% from three, and in the mix to be National Player of the Year. The age is going to scare off some teams. I get it. He's a senior. The shot has come back down to earth a little bit. He has been hurt. He has a wrist injury. There's going to be a team that values his high floor and the play now upside over long-term development, and that's why he sticks out the most to me.
I'm so mad at you right now. I'm so mad at you.
Why?
I gave you a wide open lane to talk about your guy.
I wanted to go more hipster. Like, we can go Johnny Davis if we want, but I'm trying to pepper in other guys. Yeah, Johnny Davis is also another name who's averaging. We'll talk about him later. So some of my later notes. Averaging 20 points a game. Also National Player of the Year. Also somebody who's talked about being a top 7 pick. And we talked
wasn't even like a top 70 prospect coming into the year. We
covered 100 players in the preseason and did not even name them. And I think that's kind of like warranted. Like the hardcore college basketball guys be like, you guys are idiots, and we are. But like, I didn't think of Johnny Davis going to be a lottery pick. I thought late first in 2 years, and he's obviously jumped all those preseason predictions too.
Yeah, and I mean, even NBA scouts, like, they will tell you, we were like, hey, we thought Johnny Davis was probably a year away.
Right.
We really liked him in the preseason when we went up there, but we thought he was a year away. We didn't see this coming this quickly, where he's been maybe the most valuable player in college basketball to a team that has a real shot to win the Big Ten, where he's averaging 20 points, 8 rebounds, 3 assists, and literally just does everything for them. Does absolutely every single thing on the board for them every single night.
And when you talk to Big Ten coaches, and it's a good phone call these days, because you have like the potpourri of like, tell me about Jaden Ivey, tell me about Keegan Murray, tell me about Johnny Davis. So you hit all the boxes, and what they tell you about Johnny Davis is he hits tough shots, man. Like, he hits tough shots. Even when he goes 3 for 18, like those 3 were like really tough ones. And against Michigan State, he like turned back the corner, and then he shot there at a higher percentage. He was making more of the tough shots, but they're throwing the kitchen sink at him. Like, he's had to deal with all these really tough coverages, and doesn't have a ton of options next to him for guys that can help him. With an NBA team and better athletes next to him, I think he's going to be as good as anybody in this draft too.
Yeah, no, I really like Johnny Davis. I have him as a clear top 10 guy. To me, like, he's the breakout guy this year. The fact that he has become what he is, it's stunning. It's really stunning. Like, we did not see this. He's really good defensively. I do worry that he's like a bit small defensively. Like, I don't know. What do we want to say? Like 6'4",
6'4"
and a half? Yeah, 6'4", probably like a 6'7" wingspan. Like, not super big, not super long. Not one of those like all defense candidate guys at the NBA level, I don't think, but a really good defender in college, and works and fights and won't be taken advantage of in the NBA defensively.
Yeah, it's like BC basketball slogan is gritty, not pretty. And I do think of him with that. Like, he's going to produce. It's not necessarily always going to be highlights. And you clip up some clips and throw them up for a tweet, it's not going to get a lot of traction, because they're not always like the most beautifully looking plays of, oh, here's another pull-up jumper. Here's him like using a flex screen to score. Like, who cares? Then you look at the box score, he has 25, and Wisconsin's way better than it should be.